Hey guys, welcome back. I know it's been forever. It's been like, what, 3 years since the last time I came on here, and that's crazy, right? I mean, to be honest, life just got in the way and I didn't really have any drive or push to continue to do this. So a few days ago, I posted on my Instagram stories that I should come back to YouTube, and I got so much positive feedback that I was like, why not? Let's do this, right? So I also posted some options on what video you would like to see as my comeback to YouTube. And you guys, a lot of you actually, well, the majority chose a chit chat video about me being a mom and the hard things that I had to, learn as I go, which I thought was pretty cool, by the way. Another option was a makeup tutorial, which should be the second video that I should post. The Q&A about a topic that you guys get to choose. So whatever topic it is, the majority wins. And then you guys get to ask me questions on that topic. And then the third option or the fourth option was a shopping haul. So that's how I'm going to continue the uploading, right, of the videos. So the next video should be a makeup tutorial. God willing. Motherhood. Where do I begin? So my pregnancy was pretty normal at the beginning. I didn't have any major complications except for the first trimester. Obviously, you get the throwing up and the dizziness and the nausea, and that was pretty textbook for me the first 3 months. Sorry if there's an echo, I'm in a small room. That my second trimester was a bliss. I had no issues besides ligament pains, which is kind of like cramping but a little bit more sharp. That's the only thing I experienced in my second trimester. Other than that, it was totally perfectly normal. I had no complications, no pain, no nausea, no nothing. I didn't really even have any crazy cravings. I feel like I just kept eating what I would normally eat. And my third trimester, I did started noticing that my ankles would swell up a lot, to the point where it was uncomfortable and unbearable, and I couldn't even walk large distances, or I couldn't walk that much of a distance. To the point where I couldn't take the train to work every day. I do live in New York, so we have to rely on the MTA. Most of us have to rely on the MTA to get to work. So my commute was over an hour long, and I just thought these were all normal parts of pregnancy. I mean, you Google things and you read things, and some people say, hey, I experienced the same thing, and some people say, no, I didn't. So I guess you hear this a lot, and it's true. Every pregnancy is different. Every woman is different. So, but when you hear, yeah, I went through the same thing, then you start feeling like, okay, this is a sense of normalcy. So my baby boy Liam, he was supposed to be born on February 28th was my due date. February 28th. And he was actually born on February 11th. And I had to be induced because I was preeclamptic. So when I went in for a checkup, the Friday, he was born on a Tuesday. So the Friday before that, Tuesday, the 11th, I went in for a checkup, regular checkup, and my doctor noticed that my pressure was high, but it wasn't high to my blood pressure. It wasn't high to the point where it was alarming at the time. But she did call me. That was a Friday. I went back home, and she did call me later that afternoon that she wanted to recheck my blood pressure that Monday. And when I came in to the hospital, they told me that they were going to induce me. I mean, there's a lot of details involved in that, but that's another story. If you guys want to hear about my birth story, then let me know in the comments. Pretty much, I was preeclamptic and I had to be induced that Monday. So I was in labor and gave birth on Tuesday morning at 5:48 in the morning to a beautiful baby boy named Liam Rich Suarez. And he's the love of my life. Him and my husband, obviously. My husband's my first love of my life. He's the second love of my life. I love this little boy. I think that everything I endured during my pregnancy, everything I endured during my labor and delivery was so worth it. If it wasn't for my husband, I thank God for him, because he's just been such a support and such a rock for me. I would not be able to do this by myself. I would not have been able to give birth by myself. My mom was also there, so of course she was also there for me. But my husband, thank you, babe. You're amazing. But my husband was my true rock, and it's half him, half me. So of course you would want him there. And it was now that I'm a mom, 2 months later, I've noticed so many different things that I thought and expected motherhood to be. And I mean, you cannot comprehend the amount of worriness that you feel every minute of every second of every day, that you have this little boy or this little girl, and you understand that this little person, you have to care for the rest of their life. That you are no longer this independent couple or this independent woman or this independent person. You're no longer independent to do whatever it is that you want. You can't just get up and go to the store anymore. You can't just do anything. Like, you have to, this little person depends on you wholeheartedly, and it's super scary. I worry all the time, and kudos to my mom. I don't know how she did this 9 times, guys. I don't know how she gave birth to 9 different people and raised 9 different people. Like, I can't fathom. I can't understand it. I'm struggling with raising this one kid, and it's only been 2 months and a week. And it's insane the amount of pressure you put on yourself as a mom, especially always comparing yourself to other moms and to see what other moms are doing and trying this. Are you doing this right? Am I doing this right? Am I feeding him enough? Am I feeding him too much? Is he developing okay? Like, so many questions go through your head at the same time. It's insane. And I would never be able to understand this unless I was a mom myself. There's no way. There's absolutely no way you would be able to say, you know, I know what it is to be a mom if you're not a mom yourself. It's just, to me, it's such an immense amount of responsibility that I now feel. I scare myself every night. I'm scared. Every morning I'm scared that I'm going to fall short of to be this little boy's mom. You know, like, am I good enough to be his mom? Am I doing things correctly? Is he gonna love me? I mean, am I gonna raise him correctly? I have to teach this little boy how to be respectful towards others, and how to love, how to respect other people's religion, how to respect other people's beliefs, how to, you know, have boundaries. You have to make sure he's learning well in school. Like, all these responsibilities that you have, that you thought you had for yourself, multiply that by 200, and it's insane. But it's so rewarding at the same. It's such a weird thing because it's so rewarding at the same time, because you look at this little bundle of joy and you legit say, yo, that I made that. It's crazy. Like, me and my husband made this beautiful little angel, and I can't now imagine my life without him. It's such a weird feeling. At first you're just like, oh my God, I can't wait to have kids. And now that I finally have a kid, it's just like, I cannot imagine my life without this little boy. And to see my husband love on him is the cutest thing. I'm in love. I've fallen in love with my husband so much more now that we have a kid. It's just like such a sweet thing to see them interact with each other. It's amazing. Side note. But anyway, breastfeeding was so hard for me. Oh my God, I'm getting emotional. That's crazy. Sorry. Breastfeeding was my goal. I wanted to breastfeed the entire time. I wanted to breastfeed at least till he was 6 or 7 months old, or even a year. And I couldn't. Due to the complications during my delivery and my hospital stay, I had to stay a few days extra, and I can't believe I'm crying. I'm sorry. It was hard. So I had this idea in my head that I was going to breastfeed, that, you know, I didn't want any formula. Not that nothing is wrong with formula. Nothing is absolutely wrong with formula. If that's the route that you choose, that's the route you choose. But I personally wanted to breastfeed. I wanted that experience for myself as a first mother. I wanted to know what it was like to have that bond. And I couldn't do it, guys. Sorry. I couldn't do it. I tried so long. I tried for so many days, so many hours in a day, pumping. I tried pumping. I tried cookies. I tried the brownies. Oh my God. I tried the brownies. I tried the pills. I tried so many things, and Liam just wouldn't latch, and I just wouldn't have enough milk. I didn't produce enough. Wow, sorry, hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Wow, I didn't expect to get that emotional in front of you guys. That's crazy. But yes, breastfeeding was super difficult for me. Every time I would give him a formula, every time I would give him a bottle of formula, I would cry because I wanted to be the source of his food. I know it sounds weird, and it's not like, if you're not a mom, there's no way you would understand this feeling. But I felt like such a failure, and I felt like like I didn't deserve to be his mother. Oh my God. It was really hard for me to, Jesus, I'm sorry. It was really hard for me to accept the fact that I wasn't going to be able to breastfeed. And, so sorry. Yeah. So I even started following breastfeeding pages to see what they were doing, to see if I was doing something wrong. And nothing. It was just all me. My body just did. I was something that I was meant to be doing. My body didn't respond to, and it just wasn't for me. And it was really hard for me to accept that. And I thank God for my friends, because if it weren't for my mom friends, because they really kept me going. And I felt like I was going into a depression because of it, and oh my God, this is crazy. Whew. I felt like I was going into a depression because of it, and I would constantly tell my husband, why can't I do this? Why can't I breastfeed? This is the one thing I wanted. And I just always felt in life, nothing comes easy, but I've always felt like life was always been a little bit unfair to me. And this is one of the things that I thought I was going to be able to do with no problem. I was so confident before. Oh, for sure. Someone would ask me, are you going to breastfeed? Oh, for sure. Of course, I'm going to breastfeed. Nothing you could tell me would have changed my mind. That was my goal, and I didn't even buy it. I didn't even have any bottles on my registry. I don't think. I probably had like maybe 1 pack just in case. I didn't even have any formula. Like, I put none of that on my registry. I just put pumping stuff on my registry because eventually I wanted to introduce the bottle, but with my breast milk. And I can't believe I got this emotion. It's crazy. I'm sorry. But it just wasn't in the stars for me, like people say. It just wasn't for me. I couldn't do it. It was just one of the hardest pills I had to swallow. And I had to start unfollowing these breastfeeding pages because every time I would get a notification about breastfeeding, I would legit start crying. It was just one of the most. I've never been so heartbroken before, like for something that's not, that's something that's out of my control, or not really out of my control. Like, I don't know how to put this into words. Like, I've never been so heartbroken over something and not someone. People break your heart. People are not perfect. People in your life tend to break your heart, but this is something that, it wasn't a person, it was me. I felt like I was breaking my own heart, pretty much, and it just felt so detrimental to myself, and I just was like so sad and so depressed all the time. I would cry every night. For the first month, that's all I did. All I did was try. I hired a breastfeeding consultant to come to my house. I paid her, and she gave me so many good tips, and again, still, I just could not do it. My body just didn't want to do it. And I had to deal with it, and little by little, I started to you know, understand that fed is best. And wow, I really thought I was over this. And even though I wasn't able to breastfeed, he's still healthy, and he's still a very happy boy. He could be a pain in the ass sometimes at night when I try to sleep. But other than that, he's happy and he's healthy and he's growing and he's gaining weight, and you know. So I had to put things into perspective and say, you know what? As long as my baby is healthy, then it's fine. He's fine. He'll be fine. He just wants to eat. And I didn't know how hard, like I wish I knew how heartbroken I would have felt thinking, because I always thought like, hell yeah, for sure I'm gonna breastfeed. I never thought about, wait, what if I can't? So I never really prepared myself for that. And you know what? It's okay. My baby boy, he's thriving, he's growing, and I'm fine. And I have to understand that. I have to understand that he loves me regardless, and I'm doing the best I can with what I can do, what's in my control. And I thank God, like I said, for my friends, because they really did help me push through. And they understand me, you know, my mom friends. You guys know who you are. Yeah. So other than that, I feel like I'm learning as I go, which I'm sure a lot of new moms can relate to. You learn as you go. You never know everything. Even you can read as many books as you want, and you still will not know what it is to be a mom until you are a mom. And I'm sorry I got so emotional. What? I mean, I totally thought I was over this breastfeeding thing, but I guess it struck a nerve when I started talking about it, because I actually haven't spoken about it in a really long time. For about a month, I stopped thinking about it. So I guess bringing it back up struck a nerve. So I apologize. But if you're a new mom and if you're struggling with breastfeeding, it's okay. Trust me, it'll get better. Trust me, it'll get better. It doesn't look like it, and it won't feel like it for a while. Obviously, I'm still hurt by it, I guess. I thought I was over it, but I guess I'm not. But I'm okay now. Well, at least I'm starting to be okay. And as long as my baby boy's eating, and as long as my baby boy is happy, and, you know, as long as he's fed, it's okay. Other than that, his sleeping schedules are a little bit off and weird, but hey, it's okay. We're young, right? We can eventually, his schedule will regulate itself, and these are things that people do tell you, but you're like, oh yeah, it's fine, I can handle it. But until you're actually living through it, and it's like 2 a.m. and the baby wakes up because he's hungry, just understand that he's a baby, and just understand that he's just hungry or needs a diaper change. And as much as you want to be upset because you want to sleep, understand that this little thing in front of you can't do it for himself. And that's what keeps me from being upset, I guess, or frustrated, because he can't do it for himself, and me or his daddy has to do it, and that's okay. So yeah, I think I'm going to stop right now before I keep crying. I'm so happy that I was able to share my experience with you guys. If you're a new mom and you're going through the same thing, I would love to hear what your experience is in the comments below. I'll also put my Instagram there, so if you want to DM me, you can. And if you need any advice on how I got through it, honestly, I have no advice on how I got through it, because time, friends, and just repeating to yourself that you are a good mom. Just because you can't breastfeed does not mean you're not a good mom. You're a great mom. and your baby boy loves you, and he is all you need, and you are all he needs. So I'm sorry I keep looking to the left, but I have the windows in front of me. I'm just trying to enjoy the outside without actually being outside because, you know, quarantine. Anyway, so I'm going to stop right here. I'm sorry that I got super emotional. I really thought I was over it, but, you know, whatever. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video and, you know, enjoyed chit-chatting with me, I would love for you to subscribe, share, like, and let me know in the comments if you want to see more videos like this about motherhood, because I'm more than welcome to keep talking about this. And thank you again for your support. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. And if you're a new mom and you're struggling, it's okay. It will get better. I promise. So I'll see you guys in my next one.